How's it going? My name is Reese. I'm a part of the Tech 2.0 blog here at Washington State University. Part of this team where we are researching and plan the research the negative aspects of technology on society and individuals today. Um, technology is good. The way that I think is intended initially when it comes out is to enhance our lives in some aspect, make certain parts of our lives easier, communicating, doing simple, chores, tasks, being organized. But in a way, we kind of start obsessing over this as a way to share information. It becomes a daily habit that we have to stay connected to. And then the world we live in kind of diminishes itself into this little screen, it seems like some of the times, even though we may not realize it. The first big thing that has stuck out to me is in this day and age, 2013, the average attention span of a person is about 6 to 8 seconds, which is down from 12 seconds in 2000, where technology wasn't as prominent. And I relate this back to something I've read in scholarly articles called the Wikipedia problem, where we have become used to individuals being able to scan the internet and get a quick few clicks here and there of the information we want. So when we're sitting in lectures or reading books, it takes too long and we lose our attention, and therefore we are not interested. So that's one aspect of this technology issue that I've seen. Though, like I was saying, I have not found any actual research that technology is actually negatively affecting people. But I just did some research on the education system and technology, and teachers today, about 50 to 80% of teachers in that range are saying that kids these days, they just don't read, and they think technology has affected their attention spans with how they are able to handle homework, read required readings for their classes. Even in England, their Secretary of Education is requiring schools to hold classes on concentration and attention span in a hope to kind of combat the aspects that Instagram and Facebook is having on students in that country. So it's starting to become more and more real, whether we're not realizing it or not. Um, and then there's other issues that come with the technology. Something I was reading today is they're very minimal, and we don't really notice them until maybe when these generations start getting older and making their way into the workforce, because the generation that has been solely indulged with all this technology is still in their younger ages, maybe just getting to college, still in junior high, high school, the age that was born into this, where there was no really analog technology left. So just some of the things I've noticed that I've researched on is, stress and um, just kind of like an anger when they're pulled away from technology. This is mainly in younger kids. You might have recognized this when you were younger. It's the same kind of deal playing with toys. You're playing, you're having fun. Parents say you got to take out the trash, and you flip out because you don't want to leave what you're doing. And that's something that I was guilty of maybe when I was younger, first getting on AOL chat rooms or AIM or whatever. And mom would say, "Hey, you go do this." It's like, in the middle of this, leave me alone. And you start to see that, I think, more and more with like video games and kind of maybe hurt parent-child relationships. Again, that is very small. Some other things, patience, deteriorating patience, and that's just from the attention span aspect. Why should I sit here and listen to you? Why should I read this 300-page book when I can probably find the plot of this book and the gist of your lecture in maybe 6 to 8 seconds by scanning a web page online? Um, Writing skills is a huge one going down. iPhones finish words for you. And I remember hearing today in one of my classes that a student is catching himself when he's writing essays, finishing words halfway because he forgets that his computer's, not going to finish the word for him, unlike his iPhone. And if that becomes a habit where he's trying to make himself as a professional, I don't think the world has evolved to that point yet where it's okay to write hap and probs and mabes, slang words in a professional setting. So that's just another aspect. And then, lack of physical interactivity. Human beings are naturally social creatures, and that's what we're doing. We're communicating, but you hear it, you see it. You're in a room with your buds, all sitting on the couch, hanging out, supposedly hanging out, and you look up and you see everyone's got a little blue light shining on their face, and no one has said a word for maybe the past 10, 15 minutes. And then you go out and try to have conversations with people, in any kind of public place, and it may seem a little awkward. Um, definitely far away from the times where it was you called on the phone, your old landline, called your buddy, hey, do you want to meet up here? Yada yada. He's like, sure. That was it with the phone, and then you went out and hung out. And now it's kind of why can I hang out with you like what I'm doing right now? If you're watching this, we're technically hanging out. How you doing? You want to come over, hang out? Like, so it's just there's a lot of more research needs to be done with this blog, but it's just something that as a group we have noticed, and it's kind of something that I think that needs to bring to the attention. We're not saying that technology is bad. It just is doing things to society that I don't think were intended, but they need to be brought to the attention of people so that they don't perpetuate themselves farther into our lives and make a bigger issue. So again, my name is Reese. I hope you keep following this blog as the year goes on, and hopefully we come across some good findings and maybe some good research. And I'm not saying throw away your technology. I'm just saying become aware of it and know that still in the world today, you need social skills, you need writing skills, you need to be an active person in the society if you want to be successful. And hopefully maybe we can fix a couple problems. So again, my name is Reese, and have a good one.